Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at what may be the most exciting, interesting, unexpected, and maybe even a top 10, maybe number 1 figure of the year type of figure. Of course, I'm being very sarcastic. This is the type of figure where you know exactly what it is before you buy it. I don't even need to do a review on it, but it's my job, so I'm gonna do it. This is the new retro version of Black Cat. It suits a very particular design for her. Some of you guys aren't gonna care for it because it's not that different and probably not as interesting as the previous release, but it is a thing, as you can see on the packaging. It's that design right there. If you want that, that's what this is. If you don't want that, then you're not gonna buy it. That's about it. End of the review. No, I'll go ahead and talk about it, but let's just say it's not going to be the most exciting video. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. This figure stands just about 15.5 centimeters, which makes it pretty close to about 6 1/8 inches tall. And before we get into the review, let's go ahead and do a question of the day, somewhat related to this, but not directly, because I can't think of any interesting questions relating to this character. Which suit for Spider-Woman do you prefer? I know they're different characters, but do you prefer the black and white look or the red and yellow look? For me, black and white all the way. Red and yellow never really made any sense. At least black and white ties to Venom, sort of. I mean, like, I don't know why either of those colors make sense for her. Why isn't she just blue and red like Spider-Man? Whatever, you get the idea. Okay. Better camera angle. Alright, so aesthetically speaking, this figure is solid black plastic with a little bit of white and a little bit of wash on the furry parts and on the hair. It actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, for being a very basic figure, this one's fine. As far as Marvel Legends go, this one's not gonna look like a bad one. It's not gonna stand out on the shelf, but it's not gonna look out of place either in a bad way. It's fine. The only real downside to it is her cleavage is not painted the best. You can see it's a little fuzzy where the lining is, but otherwise it's perfectly okay. There's no shading anywhere, like I said, other than the wash on the fur and the hair, but it's enough. It's alright. The face is painted well enough, especially for Marvel Legends standards. This is perfectly okay. A little heavy on the makeup for my taste, but it's fine, it's reasonable, and at a distance, it doesn't look that bad. It looks way heavier on camera. Yeah, it's okay. Again, it's very basic. It does have the curvy body. It's not entirely the Moonstone body, obviously. We have some different parts on here, but for all intents and purposes, it's the one with the cake, and I think that's a good thing because that's how almost all superhero females are drawn. Super heroine, which sounds like a drug, but it's not. Okay, so aesthetically speaking, 7 out of 10. It's fine. It's nothing impressive. It's nothing bad. It's exactly what you thought it was going to be when you saw the photos of it, and then when you saw it on the shelf, it's exactly that. No surprises here. As far as accessories go, we get her whip thingy, which I guess is fine, and then you also get the cat that came with Captain Marvel, and that's fine as well. 5 out of 10 for accessories. No alternate hands, kind of blows on this one. And the cat accessory is probably kind of worthless. Okay, on to the articulation. We are on our standard... There we go. Ball peg. Just a basic ball peg on these older bodies. You're mostly gonna get a rotation out of it. I don't know why that's so tight. That's what, nope. So you're just basically gonna get your rotation and a little bit of attitude. Nothing crazy going on here. It's just a ball peg and the hair gets in the way, so nothing special there. For the shoulder, it's a swivel hinge. There's no bicep swivel in it, so the swivel is in the torso. You do get a nice hinge out of it though, so that's good. And then of course the rotation will be fully rotatable. Again, no swivel there. You get that down here with the elbow. Her elbows are incredibly tight, so be careful when you bend them. Make sure you press against it so that you're not just going to twist the whole thing off. You don't get quite 90 degrees on it, but you do get your swivel out of that. For the wrist, you have a swivel and a hinge. This hand has the vertical hinge for no apparent reason. It doesn't make sense for that sculpt. This hand has it because that's the hand for holding stuff, which does make sense, so that's pretty good. Diaphragm joint on this figure works just fine. It's nothing crazy, but it's certainly suitable and it keeps the sculpt looking nice. Generally speaking, a diaphragm joint should happen at the bottom of the ribs in order to provide the most versatility and to look the best, but on figures with big boobages, it works okay to put it just under the boobs. You do just have limited range, obviously, there. But because of the sculpt of the boobages, it does help to hide that joint, whereas the rib joint, you're going to see it no matter what, even though it functions better. All right, for the hips, they don't go out to the side all that far, just about 45 degrees. Going forward, you get full range, no problem there. They do go back just a tiny bit. You have a thigh swivel, a double jointed knee. This is all pretty much your standard fare, nothing special there, but it all works. And then you have an ankle hinge, which goes all the way back and all the way forward, and you have a decent enough ankle rocker. So articulation's perfectly suitable. It's nothing crazy, but it's not bad. Everything works well enough. I'll give it 7 or 8. I guess it doesn't really matter. 7. 8, 7? 8, 7, 7, we'll go 7, I think. There's nothing special here to give it an 8. But nothing actually doesn't work well, really, other than the head, but that's the hair, so it's okay. All right, final verdict on this release. It is exactly what you thought it was going to be. There are no surprises whatsoever. It's not impressive. It's not disappointing. It is exactly a run-of-the-mill retro black cat figure. And definitely almost all of these retro figures for this. This is true for almost all of them. I can't speak. I didn't sleep and it's very early right now. It's almost true. It's true for almost all of them that they look better in the package. Good grief. That's what I was trying to say for like 10 minutes there. But this one's fine out of the package. If you wanted like this kind of look, then go ahead and get it. You won't be disappointed. Okay, final verdict, 7 out of 10. It's a perfectly fine release. Nothing good, nothing bad. It is what it is. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, why not? You're missing out. I have new videos almost every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.